we are seeing a shift in terms of niche activities that clients want to undertake in their GCCs. So to me, it's not an or, it's an and. It is service providers and the GCC ecosystem. We are seeing that it's a coexistence, right? Certain services, we all know, we call them almost commoditized services. Historically, a GCC would start with an F&A operations or a HR operations or your ADM type work. Gone are those days. I think that's where the disruption is huge, and those were the cost arbitrage-led conversations. Today, it's more about value. How can a GCC drive enterprise-wide agentification?
India, you've got the large service providers, you've got a mid-tier companies, you've got a very large GCC footprint, you've got the startups, you've got all the big tech companies. But somehow the big tech collaboration with many GCCs is still getting run at the global enterprise level.
One of the biggest challenges that I hear from our clients is ROI. Yeah, we want to deploy AI, but where, how, and what is the ROI? I think to be able to really identify those opportunities is very important. One of the biggest skills we think is actually finding fault with AI. We think people who can actually do that, who can do QA on AI, is going to be a very niche skill. So being able to train our people to do that, not just get caught up in the hallucination, I think that is very important. And what we are seeing, at least I was reading elsewhere, right? There seems to be a greater success rate with, small or narrow language models as compared to the LLMs, right? Now, how can you develop that? How do you ensure that it captures the essence of whatever domain we are into and not get into, giving fake details? I think that's going to be a very important skill set. And interestingly, none of these are technology roles that I have spoken so far about. The tools will come in, but it's the contextualization which is going to be very important. And last but most important, is a leadership. How do you want to lead your team in this space? Not just from the offshore GCC, but also how do you plan to collaborate with the onshore stakeholders so that the AI journey is taken together?
Future of technology services. One key insight was that global companies are more and more focused on enterprise ROI because they've done a lot of cloud and digital investments in the post-COVID era. And I think they're really not seeing the impact or the outcomes out of that. At the same time, you can't escape the AI wave. And you have the whole cost pressures. We have some very good power talks coming up and look forward to staying engaged and really working together on seeing how do we define the whole GCC provider ecosystem narrative and programs for India, really.